I had this interview, a podcast interview last week, the week before last, and I was talking to the young lady about how I began Geeky Girls Journal. And I told her, my thought process was not initially just to start a business as Geeky Girls Journal. I was starting because my children, and I wanted to continue to encourage them and let them know that they were the bomb.com. We'll just keep it real short. I wanted them to know who they were. And I wanted them to know, all those things that you pour into your children. You're beautiful, you're loved, you're smart, you're intelligent, all those things I wanted to pour into them. And I did that. My husband and I did that. And some of my daughters, when they went to school, they faced, how kids at different ages can be a little harsh. So they were being really harsh to them. And, they learned early on that not everybody's going to be your friend. Not everybody likes you. Not everybody, wants to be in your space. And that's okay. I learned as an adult, or before as an adult, I'm sorry. As an adult, it's easier for me to take that in. But when it was happening to my children, it was kind of like, oh, wait a minute, wait a minute. So anyway, I said all that to say I initially didn't have Geeky Girls Journal in mind as a business. It was just to write the books for my daughters, to encourage them. And then when I saw the response from them, I decided I would share it with others. And I know this sounds rushed. I'll do maybe another live about that specifically, but I decided to share. We decided. I'm saying my husband and I decided to share the books so that other people can read them, and if their child is going through a similar thing, they can get some enjoyment and some laughter out of the book. So after that, and I realized after having meetings with my child's administrator, and I didn't feel like they were doing enough, so I wanted to do more. So my husband and I said, hey, let's make it a business, Geeky Girls Journal. So there you have it. So the long drawn out story to that was continue to push forward, and things do not always go as planned. A lot of times I've planned things, and those things that I've had to be flexible in or change around, then what's happened out of that was better. For example, I didn't plan to have 5 girls, but I had 5 girls. I always said I wanted one, and then God blessed me with 5, and I love them. I can't see anything different than the life that I have now. And, it's a process. So again, I want to encourage you, if you're making plans to do specific things and they don't pan out the way that you want them to pan out, and it looks like instead of going to the left, things are going right, just continue to be proactive. Do what you think you need to do is necessary, but also be flexible. So that's the takeaway. Be flexible in your plans. Still have a plan, but if it doesn't go to a T the way that you want it to go, be flexible and let it happen the way it's going to happen. It's going to turn out fine. Trust me. And if you can make tweaks along the way. Nothing is set in stone.